Hi, I'm Alex Hillman, Project and Community Manager at Hunters Entertainment, and welcome to Community Plays. This series will showcase an assortment of Hunters Entertainment games and members of our outstanding community. We'll have a range of one-shots and mini-campaigns where you take control. If you'd like to find out how you can get more engaged with Community Plays directly, be sure to join us on Discord and our Twitch channel. Our moderators in chat will provide you with all the information you need in order to get connected. But now, on to some games.
Welcome everyone to Hunters Entertainment Community Plays. My name is Anne and I'm going to be your game master for this game of Kids on Brooms. We're going to go around the table and introduce our players for tonight. We're going to start with Winter. Winter, introduce yourself and your character.
Absolutely. My name is Ari Winter, but I'll be going by Winter because we have another Ari. I am currently living in Okinawa, Japan, so it's a nice middle of the afternoon for me. My character is Aislinn Foxkin, an underclassman at Delacorte. And she is a very small, petite, very short girl with a huge shock of blonde hair that looks like she's been electrocuted most of the time, and blue eyes, and carries around a bearded dragon as a familiar.
And next we'll go to Jason.
Hi, I'm Jason. I will be playing Wayne Derry. He is another underclassman, 13, coming to wizard school. He's kind of a gangly, awkward-looking teenager with short black hair. Relatively quiet guy, and he's the unlikely ally. He also has a ferret named Top.
And Ari.
Yeah. Hey, other Ari. It's gonna tell night out since I'm in Eastern time zone. I will be playing Betty Plum. Their trope is the offbeat eccentric. They have twin tails with like blue ribbons on them, very flowy-esque, like there's more very flowy-esque floral patterns, and they go by she them, and my personal like player pronouns she her.
And Winter, did you want to share with us your trope for today?
Oh yes, sorry. I am the reliable bestie.
Excellent. So before we jump into the game, we're actually going to talk a little bit about ourselves. This is a magical world. And in this magical world, magical kids go to magical school. Many of the kids who live in this New York area find out that they're magical because they accidentally happen to stumble upon a subway that goes under New York to the school and to a night market actually there where magical people hang out and exchange goods. We're going to start with Winter, so we're going to start with Aislinn. How did you happen to stumble upon this subway train that to everybody else happens to say not in service, that all the magical people in town call the NIS?
Sure. Well, living in New York, I've really taken a shine to urban exploring. And so I like to go where others might be a little afraid to go off the beaten path, as it were. So I found the train by kind of sidestepping past the platform down some maintenance areas and found it sitting there on, and I happened to step on it out of curiosity.
Excellent. To Wayne. Wayne, same question. How did you happen to find the NIS?
Well, I was growing up. We had a very kind of an independent, kids go off and do their own thing type of a thing, and so I've been kind of traveling around the New York areas, kind of on my lonesome with my pet Toph, the ferret, and we were heading around the subway, and Toph ended up meandering in towards a place that I am, so I went and followed, and that took us to the NIS, and so here we are.
And Betty, same question. How did you happen to find yourself on the NIS?
Mm, When they saw the like the don't enter sign, you just sort of took it as more of a challenge or something else. Like,
Yes.
I'm like, yes. Oh, so you're telling me not to do something only makes me want to do it even more. In other words, abandoned place. In other words, a dental ghost. So yeah, they walked in, but they didn't expect the whole liveliness.
So shortly after finding yourselves on the NIS and finding yourselves discovering a magical world, you got a letter from the Delacour Academy of the Arcane inviting you to become a student. And that is where our story is today, at the Delacour Academy of the Arcane, in this chapter, Lost on the NIS. The school year is about to begin. Everyone is getting ready to go to school. You are headed towards the platform where the NIS, will be coming for you. I'm actually going to ask everyone to roll a d20 real quick. Let's see who gets to the platform first. Cool. It looks like possibly, is it Aislinn gets there first? All right. So
Yeah,
you get
looks
there
like-
first. You see a couple of other families hanging out, some people waiting for the train, some just regular New Yorkers waiting for the train. You think they're probably not going to get on the NIS, but there are other families standing around that you think probably are. Did you come by yourself? Do you have a magical family? Have they come to see you off? Or are you there on your own?
I am there on my own. My family is not magical. I am there. I've told them that I've gotten into this elite kind of like magnet school.
Yep.
I am there on my first day by myself. Yeah. Just kind of waiting anxiously, very excited.
Not too long after that, you see Wayne coming down the stairs. Wayne, you see Aislinn kind of standing at the bottom, looking anxious and excited.
Aislinn, how are you now?
Oh, hi Wayne. I last year, right?
Yes,
Saw you around. Yeah. Well, good to see you. What are you doing here?
just about ready to hop on the old list. Going
Right.
to school for the next year.
Yeah. Well, cool.
After a few moments of awkward preteen conversation, coming down the stairs is Betty.
Hi.
Oh, hi Betty. Oh, it's so good to see you.
Aislinn. Hugs.
Hugs.
Oh, how you been?
Oh, just summer was just such a drag. I'm so ready to get back and get started.
Yes, my adventures. Turns over to Wayne, being like, how are you feeling? Just awkward.
For a moment, Wayne just seems to be buffering.
Oh,
I'm doing
gosh,
good.
why?
You look up at the signage, the silent radio that's in the subway terminal, and you see it turn to 9:04, which is, the time for the NIS to come in. It says 9:04, not in service. The not in service subway pulls up. You hear the familiar sound of the subway approaching, but more half of the crowd seems to be oblivious. A brightly colored subway car lurches to a stop and the doors open. You see some of the crowd ease their way through and the unmoving others just stand there, and you board the train. A few families have clearly come with their kids, some waving happily or standing stoically as their kids move towards the train. One father is crying, hugging his daughter, who is just trying to get away, while his wife helps to disentangle her. The train is pulled up.
Oh, here we go.
Yee.
Do you want it the back car, or do we want to get in the front car?
Oh, sure.
You know what? We'll split it down the middle. We'll go in the middle one.
Yeah.
As the subway car fills up, a mother pushes her son forward, saying loudly, Carter, I know you're nervous. It's gonna be great. You're gonna have a wonderful time at Delacorte. She has to nearly push Carter onto the train, and as he steps on, Carter seems surprised to be there. I love you, kiddo. You'll be the best. She smiles happily at her son, who looks up, then immediately casts his eyes down. The doors slide shut, and the train begins to move.
Are you new, kid?
Are you dressing Carter?
Yeah.
Carter is holding completely and utterly still and seems to be very surprised that the subway is moving.
Oh, look at this guy. I think he's seen a ghost.
Well, we don't need any of those
good.
kinds of ghosts right now.
Seriously, they're
Carter
good.
says, go, ghosts.
Oh yeah, they're real. But in all seriousness, basically waves. Betty waves her hand in front of like the guy, being like, "You good?"
Did you say ghosts?
Oh, don't worry. Carter, is it? Don't worry. We're not going to see any ghosts just yet.
Just yet?
Well, they're not out of the realm of possibility, but not on the train.
Oh. He looks down and is very actively examining the top of his shoes.
How big is Carter? Is he kind of a relatively small kid?
Carter's about average. He seems to be about 14 years old. He seems to be about your age. Just everything about him is average.
Hey, Carter, it'll be all right. It'll be good. You'll have a good time. I think once you get used to it, no big deal.
That's what my mom says. No big deal.
What are you afraid of anyways?
Oh, I'm sorry, what? Huh?
Well, what are you afraid of anyways? Why are you so nervous?
Because he looks down at his shoes.
I'm gonna try and coax it out of him and see if I can assuage his fears.
Okay. What do you say to him?
Look, the first time we stepped on this train, it was very scary. But we found that going to school was really kind of fun. And I know that you're gonna have a lot of fun too. If we know what you're scared of, maybe we can help you fight it.
He looks up at you, and you can see a little bit of softening, maybe a little bit of gratitude in his eyes. Just then, way at the other end of the subway train, the doors open and 3 kids come in. They're bigger kids. They're 16, 17, maybe 18 years old. You guys recognize these kids. They're the school bullies. Aslan, give me the name of one of the school bullies.
Brett.
Hey, Wayne, what's the name of one of the school bullies?
Sanford.
That's a good one.
Hey, Betty, what's the name of one of the school bullies?
Paul.
Brett, Sanford, and Paul make their way towards you guys at the other end of the subway car. And Brett, who came in first, his eyes bead on the back of Carter's head and comes right for him.
Can I?
Hey there. Yeah, go ahead.
Can I like react to that? Like, can I notice
Sure.
that? Pick it up and be like, oh, that's not gonna happen. Because I'm the toughest kid in Delacorte. Yeah, I want to pick up on that and just kind of pick, get in between.
Okay. You take a step between Carter and Brett.
I assume Brett's probably taller than me.
He's a sturdy individual.
Yeah, but I'm reckless, so that's cool.
You take a step in front of Brett, and Brett says, "Hey, gonna introduce me to your new friend?"
Eh, I think we should let him decide that. Yeah.
Sure. Hey there, new friend. He says to Carter. Carter is frozen in place.
Well, yeah. Excuse me, Brett.
Terror.
Like he might not actually want to be introduced to you. So maybe get yourself on another train. Find yourself a seat.
Brett looks around. He looks at Sanford. He looks at Paul, and he says, I think we like this car. Maybe you guys should move along."
I'm going to, as subtly as I can, draw my wand
Mm-hmm.
and kind of loom over Carter like defensively, just in case anything pops off.
Okay, you draw your wand. The minute you draw your wand, you see Sanford and Paul also very casually pull their wands out of their pockets, and they're standing there with their wands at their side, real super casual like.
Start to hear that
Yeah.
Western music in the background.
And only.
There's just the ta-tunk, ta-tunk, ta-tunk of the subway car.
Yeah. Betty flips out her wand just out in the open, and be like, if you guys are gonna be like this will probably take all morning. You guys will get tired out, and inevitably you bunch will lose. So just drop it.
Brett begins to pull his wand out of his breast pocket, and he holds it up and he says, "Let's find out how quickly we get tired." Suddenly, without warning, the train screeches to a halt as everything around you goes dark for a few moments. Some of the teachers pull out their wands, illuminate the trail to reveal the students in clumsy piles. Everyone's fallen on top of each other. "Faculty to me, returning students, make sure everyone is okay. New students remain calm," Dean Haspert says calmly and concisely.
Oh, I am like all over Carter, like almost like holding him protectively.
Wait, are like the bullies on the ground or anything? Like
everyone's kind of fallen on top of each other. Anyone who could reach a railing did. Isan, you go to reach for Carter. There's nobody there.
Carter?
Oh.
Carter?
He was a ghost, or perhaps teleportation. But wait, Ansley, did you feel him at all? Did you even touch him? Was he tangible?
I hadn't touched him until I went to reach for him.
What happened? Where did
Dean Haspert walks up to you guys and sees that most of you have your wands out. And she says, "Staff, students, is everyone all right here? What's going on?"
Lights. We were just gonna make some lights, I think.
Yes, we were just we were worried in the moment.
"We have everything under control.
If we just
You can put your wands away," she says with her wand out, illuminating the subway.
As Betty says this, I'm like,
again, without warning, everything goes dark. And you feel yourself moving again. You think the train must have started, but the movement isn't exactly happening. You gather your wits, you realize that you're in one of the train tunnels, teleported inside of the NIS, far enough away from anyone who can't see you anymore.
Like we're not in the car anymore.
You are not.
In the tunnel.
It's just us three?
Oh. It's just the three of you. So if you have your Roll20 open, I'll show you a picture. You are in an old abandoned ticket station. It's dusty. No one has been here in a really long time. The lights are on, but they're like safety lights. There's not a lot of light here. And Yeah, you just
Yeah.
appear there.
Well, the first thing we need is light, right? So kind of flick the wand out again, and unless somebody's got a flashlight.
Does anybody have a flashlight in their bag?
Oh, I
No.
realize too much.
I thought
All
about
right.
it, but I didn't.
So this is going to be our first spell of this game. So you're creating light.
Yes.
Let's see. We'll say that. What is your purpose for creating light?
To fend off the darkness.
All right. So you're going to use flight for this roll.
Okay.
Light can naturally happen, so it's going to be a 1. How much light are you trying to create? Just around the wand or the whole room?
Just enough that we can see maybe 20 feet away.
Okay, so that's 4. How long would you like this to go?
I guess for at least 10 minutes.
Okay, and have you ever done this before?
Yeah, I think this is a pretty regular cantrip.
Okay, so this is going to be a difficulty of 6.
Okay.
So you're going to roll your flight and then any wand pluses that you have for that, and a d4 for your magic.
All right.
Easy peasy. The light comes on the top of your wand. What does it look like?
It is kind of a lavender tinted light that pushes out and kind of like a covered lamp, a very bright covered lamp. That
Okay,
the light source at the tip of my wand, like a purple LED.
excellent. At this time, I would like everyone to roll a d20 for me, and I'm not going to tell you what it's for.
Okay.
Yes.
Samesies.
16, 17.
Dang it.
Oh, okay. And then 1, 2. Actually, Isla, can I have you roll that again for me, please?
Absolutely.
Twin status denied.
I was hoping for Wonder Twin powers unite.
Yeah,
Okay,
could've made
excellent.
it
Thank you.
3, but
All right, so you're in this abandoned, old, dusty ticket station. There is a little bit more light now from Aislin's wand, and you can see that the ticket booth has a sign that says "Not in service."
ooh.
Oh, so this is a NIST ticket counter. Looks kind of old.
Yeah.
Mm.
Nice light though. I see you've done some improvements.
Thanks.
I like it.
Yeah, thanks, Caitlin. Let's go explore. And then if it's like a little, oh, let's go check that out. And I noticed in the ticket stand there's like little like box booth or whatever. So basically go to that.
I'm gonna
Okay,
have up on my shoulder. Normally he rides on my shoulder or she rides on my shoulder as she's shoulder trained. So she's gonna stay up there for the time being because it's dirty.
yeah, it's pretty filthy. You walk up to the ticket booth. There's just stuff kind of strewn around in the booth as if, one day it closed and nobody ever came back.
Oh.
Everyone roll your brain.
Okay.
Right.
This will be a difficulty of 5.
And this is a stat, correct?
Correct,
Mhm.
straight stat roll.
Mhm.
Okay. Oh, no.
No.
So Wayne and Aislinn take a adversity token. Betty, you hear a voice in your head. It sounds like Carter, and it almost feels more like, but it sounds like, help. I'm lost. Help.
Can I tell which direction the voice is coming from?
Roll your brain.
Okay.
Hey, Aislinn, looks like Betty's deep in thought over there.
Yeah.
All right,
Um,
you can tell it's coming from the direction of the tunnels. You look up and you see that one of them says uptown, the other says downtown.
Oh. Like it's like in the same direction, or is it like two different directions?
If you look down, you see that there's two tunnels, and one of them appears to be going this way, and it's uptown, and the other one's going the direction that you are, and it appears to be saying downtown.
Oh. Look, I heard Carter's voice. It's saying help.
Carter?
Yeah.
Oh, well, boy, but
Oh,
must be in trouble.
I'm over one of the tunnels, but I can't figure out where. Pulls out the wand and tries to do like a divination spell, basically.
Ooh,
Okay.
Basically to follow, like if Carter had footprints, just to reveal the footprints if he walked.
Okay,
But
so
like
you're looking for footprints.
via magic, just to like appear.
Okay.
Tell us that he had walked.
I'm gonna say that's a brain roll.
Mm-hmm.
Looking for footprints could naturally occur. How far do you want to look for footprints?
Just down through the tunnel, like from at least far enough to where like Ansley's light could reach. So, so I could see the actual footprints.
How long would you like this to last?
Yeah, only 10 minutes.
Okay. And have you done this spell before?
Tracking, not in this context, but I've done variations.
Okay.
As far as like detecting ghosts and such.
So yeah, this will be a magical brain roll. The difficulty will be 8. So roll your magic, add any wand advantages you have, and then a d4 die and add it all together.
Yeah.
So that's a critical fail. That is a 1. So Betty, please take an adversity token. And not only do no footprints appear, but a blast of wind comes through the tunnel and makes all the dust move and covers up even your own footprints that you've made since you've been there.
Oh, that was a good try, Betty. Maybe we need to do this the old-fashioned way, just flip a coin.
Do I know?
Go ahead.
Do we know where like the direction of the actual NIST would go to, like uptown or downtown?
You've been to the school before, so you would know that the NIST the NIST goes uptown towards the school.
Well, if he's following, since he's on the NIST, right, and he's following the NIST, then maybe just go uptown, where the NIST would be.
Oh. That's a good idea. What do you think, Wayne?
Seems like a good idea. Yeah.
Okay. Well, just I'll keep an eye out. Make sure that a train doesn't come up from behind. But
Yeah. Smart.
let's head down the tunnel.
You go to approach the tunnel and realize that there is an old-fashioned turnstile. And it doesn't go this way, it goes this way, and there's a gate. You push on the turnstile and then move.
Is it closed off in the way that I can't just like hop over it?
No, yeah, it's more like a revolving door turnstile.
Okay.
Like a man trap. Yeah.
But does it go?
It doesn't move.
Well, maybe we should just try harder. Try to give it a good shove.
Give it a good shove. Yeah.
Cool, Wayne. And make a brawn roll.
Well,
difficulty is going to be like a 15.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
It can be everything.
Well, can I? No. Okay, never mind. Actually, I am going to spend an adversity token to aid.
Okay.
And because of my loyal loyalty or my loyal strength, that's a +2 instead of +1.
Okay, so brawn +2. Let's give it a whirl. Let's see if I can be the strongest in the old dilapidated place.
Oh,
Oh.
so close.
So close. You push on it and you hear. For that roll, I will say that take an adversity token. You realize that it's not that it's rusted or that it's stuck in any way. You look down and you see the token box.
I put an adversity token in there.
Adversity tokens become tangible objects. Let's go.
Oh, maybe we can find one.
Uh,
Oh.
yeah, let's look.
Yeah, I'm gonna search the like ticket boxes or whatever furniture is around that we can find one.
There's a couple of benches around. The trash cans actually are empty in this space. The ticketing booth is there. The door is locked, and there's a little gate window across the half circle opening where customers would push their money back and forth.
Maybe I can just convince the lock to open for us.
Sure. Would you like to charm the lock open?
I would.
Okay. Charming a lock is not a natural event.
No.
So it's going to be a 3. It's a small space, so that's a 1, so that's 4. Instantaneous, right? You want it to happen right away?
Yeah.
That's still 4. Have you ever charmed a lock before?
No.
Okay. So it's going to be
new.
It's going to be a difficulty of 9.
Okay.
So roll that, please, and we'll charm. Well, it is a charm magic.
Swish.
See what we get.
Oh.
Swish.
Oh no.
Take an adversity token. What do you say to the lock to charm it?
That's what I was hoping for. Want some role play here? That'd be great.
We really need to help our friend, so help us to that end.
Nice. Yeah, nothing happens.
Oh.
There's a little bit of that comes out of the lock, a little bit of dust.
I tried. Can I just try to like manifest a circular object to put in the slot?
Sure.
Oh.
Let's see.
Now, and this is something I did over the summer that I thought was kind of clever. Is I actually figured out how, because I have handy as a strength, so I don't need to use my wand to use my wand.
Okay.
Which is a kind of like I figured that out over the summer. I was playing around with it. So I just kind of, if I emanate it, I'm just going to do it without my wand.
Okay. Let's see. You're making a physical object. How do you personally manifest a physical object? How does that work
I'm going to
for
pick
you?
up some dirt and just kind of like try to like science it, like compress it into what I want. Just for like object permanency, like I'm not creating, I'm just like, it makes sense.
Transmutation. Yeah.
This is alchemy I'm doing here. Equivalent exchange, they say.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna like smash it between my hands, almost like I'm trying to do like a magic trick, but that's not how I feel about it.
And you have done this before?
I've dabbled with that a little bit, but like it just more or less makes sense to me that way. So I wouldn't say that this is a spell that I have experience with. It's just
okay.
Played around with the concept.
We'll call that a difficulty of 9. And as you're trying to compress it together, we'll say that that's a brawn roll. That's brawn magic.
Okay.
So magical brawn of 9.
I have some magical brawn and go. Oh, no bonuses or penalties. God. I'm gonna spend adversity.
Did you roll your D4 magic dice?
I pressed magic on there. Did it have it on?
Okay.
Yeah, so
yeah, that's a 5. That's take an adversity token. You compress it and you manage to make a coin, but you go to put it in the slot and it's a little too big.
Yeah.
A little too big.
Hmm.
And then I assume the coin just fizzled away after a
It's
while.
still a coin,
Oh, so
but it's
well, I'll
too
put that in my
big.
pocket.
Okay,
Hmm.
put that in your inventory. You have a alchemy coin in your pocket made from subway dust.
Hmm. Hmm.
Oh, well, I mean, do you have any ideas, Betty?
Well, wait, honestly, what were you trying to do with the lock again? Open it?
Yeah.
Hmm. Hmm. Rather than just, well, yeah, I think you might as well try and do that, I guess. Or
Okay.
maybe just search around. Goes on. The, like the ticket booth, right? Maybe there's something in there. So just open the lock to the ticket booth, I guess.
Okay. How would you like to? Are you gonna magic the ticket booth lock open?
Um, yeah. Maybe because they got inspired, so hold on. Da-da-da. So yeah, they have like a subway card, right? They want to basically turn the subway card, at least like a part of it, into a key, like a plastic replica of the key to unlock it.
Okay. Okay. We'll say that's a magical brain roll because you're trying to figure out the shape of the keyway in the lock. 5, 6. Have you ever made a key out of something else before?
I guess yeah, just to get into like areas where they couldn't get into.
Right, because you do your urban exploring. So we'll say this is a difficulty of 7, and this will be brain magic.
All right.
On this, I actually gonna again spend another adversity token. I've got my chapstick in my bag. I'm going to make an impression as best as I can, so that she has something to work off of.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I will spend, so I guess to explain this, if like two characters are like helping each other on a certain task, and that other player could like spend their adversity tokens and help.
Was 4 your roll for that attempt?
4 was my roll. However, I will spend my 3 to,
Okay.
or you can roll that, yeah, because probably it's helping me. You get contribute 1 adversity token, but to succeed, I only need to get 2 adversity tokens to succeed, which is what I will do.
Excellent. So with Aslan's help, you actually managed to make a key from your subway card. It goes in and click, the door opens.
Yeah. Huh.
Yes.
Nice job.
Alrighty.
You open the door to the
Ding.
ticket booth, and you see some old torn tickets. You see what looks to be actually like a money change box. There's a pencil sitting on top of the desk. It's a very nice pencil. But the inside just seems sort of dusty.
Does the pencil just like stick out from everything else, like it was like it's new or
Make
something?
a brain roll.
Oh no.
I love
Oh, no.
the look on the host's face.
It's like, yes.
Please do so.
Boom. Fjord.
4. It does stand out.
Well, I'm definitely one who gets distracted by stuff like that. And I am definitely going to go for the pencil because I'm a bit of a writer, kind of thing. So
Yay.
I want to examine it.
You pick up the pencil.
Yep.
It's nice. It's a nice pencil.
Okay.
It's a really nice pencil.
Pull out my notebook and try scribbling in it.
You pull out your notebook and you start writing in it, and it has a nice, nice hand to it. And it's soft, but not too soft. You continue to write, and you realize that it's not losing its sharpness.
Ooh,
Mhm.
I like you. I really like you. Oh, but sorry, Carter. Right.
Right.
Yeah,
Child in
Betty
danger.
has been
Wait, okay.
opening up like drawers and such to try and find like a token, I guess.
Yeah, not too hard. You open a drawer and you find the drawer where they keep the exchange tokens. There's a whole drawer of tokens.
Nice. Let's make a few of these just in case there's more doors like that.
All right. Betty, roll a d12.
Okay.
We'll see how many coins you have. You now have 6 coins in your inventory.
Yeah.
Yes, so you have the coins. You have a very lovely pencil.
All
Yeah, let's
right.
give it to the-
Well, let's go find Carter.
Yeah, go back to the door. Get all those coins.
So you get
Who
out
wants
the
to go first?
coins. Mhm. Who goes first?
Betty, because they have the coins. So just oh.
So you put the coin in and you hear a little thump, like a metal tink, and you feel like the latch to the gate is opened. You can go through it.
All right. Now we proceed.
Please.
Did you
Be
give
right
a
behind you.
token to the other, to your friends, or did you keep all the tokens on you?
After one token, they will spread 2 tokens to Wayne and 2 tokens to Unsley.
Okay, so now each one of you has 2 of those tokens. So Betty, you have 1 left.
Mm.
Everybody goes through the turnstile?
Yep.
You go through the turnstile and you find yourself on the platform. You look down the platform one way and down the platform the other way. It's very silent, it's very quiet, it's very dusty. At one point, this direction, the platform ends and a tunnel begins. And this direction also, eventually, the platform ends and the tunnel begins. You're on the uptown side. You could go right or you could go left.
Ooh. Left.
Betty, did you say you could talk to Carter or just hear him?
I just heard his voice and yelling for help. Like, sure. I mean, you could talk to animals, but oh wait, are they like sewer rats or like just any other critters that can help us?
Roll your brain.
Brain spread. Let's go. 3.
Yeah, you don't see anything right here. It'd be a difficulty of like 5. Take an adversity token. Yeah, it's very, very still in this tunnel.
I'm gonna eat a Zot because I have a bag of them.
Okay.
Does anybody else want a Zot?
Yeah, I'll take one.
Fantastic. They're fantastic. They're my favorite. They're awesome.
Betty, roll your brain again, please. This will be a difficulty of 5.
Okay.
You got an 8. Excellent. Again, you feel it more than you hear it. But you hear, I don't know where I am. I'm scared. Where am I? And it seems to be coming from the left.
Right. Left it is. You're right, Unsley.
Oh, you heard him again?
Yeah, he's scared and doesn't know where he is. Even
That's
though
weird. I didn't hear anything.
Maybe that's just my 6th sense is all.
Well, you do have more experience with ghosts than I do. Well, lead the way.
Yeah.
So you go down the platform and you reach the edge where the platform ends, and then there's just tunnel.
That's a dark tunnel.
Are there any like breaks in the tunnel, or is it just like tunnel?
Tunnel.
Tunnel, tunnel,
Okay.
tunnel.
There's a
roll away.
drop into where the rail is, and then it goes into the tunnel.
I'm gonna
Okay.
yell into the tunnel, Carter, kind of brashly out of the blue.
You yell, Carter, and you hear, Carter, Carter.
Oh wait, no, that doesn't make any sense. Yeah.
Yeah, because we're in a tunnel. It echoes.
Yeah, but maybe he'd be able to respond and we could hear him. So that was a good idea. But yeah, maybe do. I'm gonna search the walls. Maybe there's a door or exit or something.
Roll your brain.
Yeah, if you do find something
Difficulty
here.
of 10.
Ooh, yeah, that's probably not gonna
It
go
could
well.
explode.
It could. You're right.
Yeah, it could explode.
Not
You're
quite.
real close. With a 7, you don't find a door. But when you look back down all the way down, you see that there is a door at the other end of the platform before the tunnel. And you think that probably every so often there are doors in between. There just doesn't happen to be one right here.
Okay. Well, I guess we should keep moving.
Should we hop down then and walk in there? That's sketchy.
Yeah.
Wayne,
Well,
roll your brain.
Rolling the brains.
Ooh.
Difficulty 6. Not so bad.
Not, says the GM.
Right.
Bless you.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, take an adversity token. There's nothing about these tracks that makes you have any idea about whether or not trains have been on here recently.
My education in the train system is not proving useful here. I don't have education in the train system.
It shows, Wayne. It's all right.
Yeah.
Well, that's frustrating. So I'm gonna hop down and walk.
Okay,
Alright.
well,
hop
I'm
down
following
and-
Wayne because yeah.
And you guys start walking. After walking a little bit, Aislinn, you still have your wand lit, correct?
Yes.
So you can see a little bit of your way in front of you. You don't trip on the tracks. As you go further down the track, you realize it's seeming more and more clean. And eventually you begin to hear music.
Oh,
What kind of
And
music?
just kind of, happy boppy music. And you realize that you're probably about halfway down this tunnel before reaching the next platform.
And what's this platform like? Does it look like anything like the previous one?
You can see down that the platform is about to begin. You just see light, and actually
light
more
there.
light than you left behind. There's light down here, but you're not quite to that area yet.
Okay.
Oh,
So
things are-
how are we feeling? Are we like I'm kind of nervous. I don't
Well,
know.
this is the only way. I mean, Carter has to be down here somewhere, right?
Yeah. Yeah, this is
Everyone roll your brain. Low difficulty. I promise it's like a 4.
Ooh.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Only Betty rolled a 4.
So Aislinn, take an adversity token.
Thank
Wade,
you.
not only take an adversity token, you do trip. You trip
Oh no!
on one of the metal rails and you hit the ground. You don't hurt yourself, but it's
It started
Same.
buffering again. Oh no!
Yeah, I
It's
think I'm gonna buffer
embarrassing.
at that moment while I'm on the ground because it's kind of embarrassing. I'm gonna,
yeah, it's super embarrassing. But Betty, more than being able to sort of hear Carter, you can actually kind of feel energy going that way down the tunnel. Almost like, yeah, this is it. It's pulling you towards it.
Like the energy. Oh, so it's like alluring energies. Like yes, come
Yes.
towards it.
Mm-hmm. Like something's reaching out and pulling, and it's just flowing in that direction.
Okay, now this could be good or this could be bad.
What is it, Betty?
Well, you see that light, right?
Yeah.
You know the tilting light at the end of the tunnel?
Hmm?
Or like seeing the void? Well, not invisible to void per se, but I guess you can say certain entities tend to lure equal to those places. This could,
Oh,
you could say this
you
is
think?
where Carter is supposed to be, or like a little haven for like ghosties, or it could be something worse. Either way, we could speculate down here. Speculate. Oh, um, we could just be spend all day speculating, or we can go and find out. But I guess before we do so, they once they get to like the next platform or like just something like flat, Betty will take out some chalk, put like a and like put like a circle around all of us and just sort of like basically a protection spell. Like if it is some dark entities, then or like some protection circles being like, yo, if there are some dark entities here, they cannot harm us, or like
Okay.
no protection, things like that.
All right. We'll say that's a magical flight. 3. We'll say it's all of you, so 8. And I'm guessing you have done this before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. My guess is that Betty's done this sort of protection against entities a couple of times. So that's going to be a magical flight of 8.
Flight 8, got it.
While she's doing that, I'm gonna kind of set or stand Wayne up from.
Yeah. Wayne, how you feeling about that? You felt down and now Iceland's helping you up.
I'm a little between Brett earlier, the coin not working, and me falling over. I'm getting a little chafed.
Oh.
I'm trying to think of some kind of spell I want to cast just to kind of, but I pulled out my yo-yo out of frustration and I'm yo-yoing now.
Okay. You pulled out your yo-yo. It is actually fun and soothing. It's not really a thing, but I will give you advantage on your next roll. Betty rolled a 15, more than what she needed to make this happen.
Nice.
Betty, you brought out, did you have chalk in your backpack?
Yeah, like 5 pieces of chalk.
Excellent. So you pull out your chalk and you begin drawing some magical sigils. Tell us what that looks like.
They sort of look like the, I guess I can just try and draw it here, a 7 pointed stars.
Mm-hmm.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Like this. If you can see. 7
And it's on the ground?
Yeah, 7 pointed stars on the ground. And with like a circle around it.
So Betty finishes drawing the pointed star on the ground around all of you. Immediately, all of you feel really calm and really centered.
You know, that was really nice. That I like that. Thank you, Betty. I was losing my cool there for a second, and yeah.
No problem. Just remember where the circle is in case things start going south. In any case, let's get going.
Wayne and Aislinn, as soon as that happens, you actually start to also feel the pull. And again, it's not so much that you hear Carter, but almost like you can feel him from where you're standing. It's as if whatever was blocking that energy from you is gone. And now you can you're experiencing a little bit of what Betty was experiencing.
Oh, that's a weird feeling. But now I just feel the urgency. We need to find him.
Yeah.
Betty, as you finish drawing on the ground and you go to put your chalk away, this gentleman jumps down from the platform, comes up to you in the tunnel, is like, hey, that's groovy. What are you doing? Oh, that looks great. Protection circle. Nice.
Ooh, hardcore defensive position for me. Sneaky pizza coming up at us in the subway. That's no good.
I'm curious as to what he's wearing.
Okay. Imagine that if you were experiencing Burning Man, but in a subway tunnel. He's giving off a
Burning
real
Man.
sort of hippie
So
vibe.
like,
Okay.
so if I were to describe the Burning Man aesthetic, it's like a lot of leather, like wool-ish sweaters. Think cross between metal and boho chic.
Yep, he's giving off a real
Is
boho vibe for sure.
I'm gonna
Go ahead.
I'm gonna cast something on my hand to give myself if I need to get physical, I can be more
Okay.
physical. Like just like a gauntlet glove of ogre strength on my fist.
Okay. Let's see. Fight. How long would you like that to last?
Only a few minutes, just enough time to realize if I have to use it or not.
Have you done this before?
Yes, I feel like I've gotten a little careless, a little hot-headed with some people, been in fights. Brett was going to get one sooner or later if that instant would happen.
Nice.
Good.
Okay, so that's going to be a fight roll, a magical fight roll of 9. But you did have your yo-yo out, and you're feeling a lot more, centered in yourself. So again, it's not really a thing, but I'll give you advantage on that if you want to roll that twice.
Okay. And ooh, yeah.
Ooh, no. You go to summon it the first time, and it doesn't quite come up. Try it again.
Yeah. Advantage for those of you that aren't D&D literate. You roll twice and take the higher roll.
Yes. So you do it. The first time you go to roll it, and it kind of and fizzes out. And then the second time you concentrate really, really hard, make your hand a fist, and your fist is now covered in a metal gauntlet.
Ching, 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 ching. Bam.
The guy says, "Oh, that's cool. That's cool. How'd you do that, man? Are you going to teach me how to do that?"
I don't know you.
Oh, yeah, sorry, dude. My name is, hey, Wayne, what's his name?
Dazzle.
Dazzle. Perfect. Oh, yeah, my bad. My name is Dazzle. Welcome to our platform.
I look around because he said our, and I don't see anybody else.
You do hear music and you hear talking coming from, now that you're closer to the end of this tunnel where the platform begins, you do hear talking and music.
Like,
It's lively.
What do you mean our platform?
And I'm going to give you guys another image.
we're in Burning Man. No.
Kind of. Yeah, it's a warm light that's coming from there. You're hearing people talking, and clearly people are living here. And they've done it up kind of nice.
Yeah, that completely breaks down all my barriers, and I feel like, no, this is great. Change my mind.
There are couches down there. It looks like there are small family groups, and it's on both sides. So it's on the side that you're on, and then you can see across on the other side of the platform going the other direction. There's what looks like a little market or something a little further down. On this side, it looks like people are cooking, and Dazzle says, come on in.
How long have you been down here?
Oh man, time is a construct.
Yes, literally and figuratively. Say, do you know a kid named Carter?
Carter. Hey, and he yells up to a woman on the platform. Betty, what's the woman's name?
Sophia.
Yeah. Sophia, do you know a Carter? Sophia is wearing a long, flowy boho dress, lots of embroidery. She's got some feathers braided into her head, and she's like, Carter. Was he the guy with the accordion? And Dazzle turns around to you guys. Was he the guy with the accordion? He turns back to Sophia. What guy with accordion?
I proceed to describe what Carter looks like. Like a little kid. Very timid. Looks average.
Yeah, like brown hair, brown eyes, like very average.
He's slightly telepathic.
Oh, yeah, man, I feel that. I feel that. But no, yeah, no, I haven't seen anybody like that come through.
You must
Actually,
be
you
from the
guys are the
Midwest.
last. I haven't seen anybody come up from the tunnels in a while. How'd you guys get down there? And he's looking down the tunnel from where you
Oh,
guys came from.
mainly walking.
Yeah, walking, feet to the ground, man. And he takes you a little further up, and there's these really nicely made rope ladders that go up onto the platform.
Um,
Hmm.
if he's not here, then we should probably move on. Follow that intuition.
Oh yeah, yeah. On the grid, man. And he kind of winks at you and looks at you like you know what he's talking about.
uh,
Freaking hippies.
Hey, you guys, though, you know, we got lots of food. You know, we were making well, it's not lunch, I guess brunch, right? Being too fancy for ourselves, but we're making some like late breakfast if you guys are hungry. You guys smell something, it smells quite good. You can see that there's a bunch of people kind of cooking together a little further down the platform. Again, there are chairs, there's like a big elaborate dining table, there's some nice couches that are out. It's pretty cool down here.
Seems inviting.
I-
A little.
I'm just gonna like.
touring.
I was gonna say I'm gonna pull like Betty aside and be like, this place, like something's wrong about it.
yeah.
I don't feel comfortable.
Yeah, honestly, it seems off.
I'm
Let's
gonna.
just go.
Well,
Let's just politely leave. You know what I mean?
Oh no.
there we are.
You're a bit blurry.
Yeah, yeah.
He's leading you over to the dining room table as if you've already said yes. It's large,
like,
it's wooden,
no.
it looks handcrafted. There's flower centerpiece. There's people already sitting there eating. There's actually quite a good number of people down here. On this side of the platform, you're thinking maybe 20 or 30 people. And they seem to be wide range of ages. No teenagers that you can see, but everything from like young adults to people much more advanced age.
In other words, my actual age and beyond. Got it.
Yeah, Dazzle. Here, have one of these, and as a good as a gesture, and I hand him a Zot, and then we're like, but I think we need to go take care of what we're out here to do. So,
what is it?
It's a hard candy, but when you get down to the center of it, it fizzes in your mouth. It's pretty fantastic. Yeah.
Roll your charm.
No, I'm not so charming.
Difficulty is 7.
Okay. Let's see. Stats +1.
He's looking at it.
Oh yeah, a little bit.
Nice. All right.
Right.
So you got a 12. You have charmed the pants off of him.
Yeah.
He's
I
like
got a little eyebrow in there.
Yeah.
This
Hard candy, man. No, I get it. Candy. Yeah, cool. And he takes it and he puts it in his mouth, and he's kind of waiting. He's like, it's a slow burner, right, man? Slow burner. I get it.
Well,
Yeah, all right.
I keep looking back and forth to Aislinn and Betty.
I'm here for it. Yeah.
Yeah,
all right.
We'll be with that in a moment. We'll be back in a moment.
Yeah.
Oh, where you guys headed?
Down the tunnel.
Oh yeah, on the grid, right?
Yeah,
Off
the grid.
On the grid.
Off the grid.
I mean, whatever you say, man. Whatever you say. You can you walk by him.
Yeah, we're gonna continue down there.
Dazzle sits on the ground and he sits cross-legged and he closes his eyes like he's waiting for it to come on. Poor dude's gonna be disappointed. You continue to walk and you see an older gentleman, and he is sitting in a big comfy chair, and he's got a table in front of him, and on that table is a knife, and on that table are 3 cups, One of them has water. One of them has a little bit of dirt. And the other one is just kind of like, there's like a swirling fog in it.
Oh.
Like in the middle of the tunnel or just in a table that we're passing?
Yeah, just as you're passing, there's just a welcoming looking older gentleman. He's got gray in his hair and a little bit of a scruffy beard, and he's sitting in a real comfy overstuffed chair, and he's got these items sitting there.
What does he look like he's doing with them? Is he just...
He's looking at him, and then he picks up the knife and takes it out of the sheath and slices the palm of his hand with it. Blood just comes gushing out.
This just got real.
Yeah.
Well,
Uh,
I'm aware of these dark arts, but didn't think I'd be able to witness it.
He hears Betty say that, and he's like, "Oh, no, watch this." And he taps it with the knife and puts the knife back in the sheath, and the blood is all gone. He's like, "Oh no, it just makes you look. You guys just thought you saw. It's like magic, right?
Illusion, a trick.
It's a trick knife. When you're on the grid." And he puts the knife back down on the table.
What do you mean by on the grid?
We're all living down on here, man. We're living down here on it.
So the tracks are the grid.
I mean, they're part of it. Can't you feel it?
Are we talking about something metaphysical?
Well, yeah.
So the grid is, what is the grid? Like, can you explain it?
It is, man. And sweet old man, he takes the dirt and he dumps it out, actually off the table and onto the floor. And you see it swirl and it starts to stop, and it seems to be flowing in the direction that you were going.
Oh, it's a magical grid.
like ley lines?
Kind of, yeah. They're like tuning in with the grid.
Tune in, says the gentleman in the overstuffed comfy chair.
So this is starting to sound kind of obscure, right? Like we're getting into a level of magic that's a little bit different than the school has taught us potentially. Now my interest is getting piqued a little bit. It's diverting my attention.
Wayne, with your interest piqued, make a grit roll. It will be a 12.
Grit roll. You can do it, Wayne. You can do it.
You can do it, Wayne.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So close.
Ew, adversity token, let's go.
That knife, it's kind of cool.
That is pretty cool. It's
pretty cool. It's kind of really cool.
Hey, old man, I'll trade you for that knife.
Interesting, he says. What do you got?
I got a coin made from the grid.
Oh, can I see it?
Yeah. So I pull out that coin that I made earlier with the dirt, toss it on the table.
Nice. He looks at it and he's actually very attracted to this coin. I'm actually going to have him roll grit.
Oh.
See how attracted he is to this coin. Oh no, he's attracted to this coin. He says, "Yeah, that's cool. What is it made out of?"
The grid.
I get it.
I'm with it.
Roll your charm. He's interested. 6. Or you could try and magically charm him, but if you're just trying to charm him.
Just regular charm him.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And my charm is... said 1. Yeah.
Okay. You need one more to make it happen. You have your friends with you. You can spend an adversity token.
Yeah, can I just spend an
I-
adversity token?
Absolutely.
Done.
Oh, no problem.
He picks up the coin off his little TV tray table and slides the knife over to you. And he says, "Fair trade, young man. Fair trade."
I toss a Zot over to him for fun. You're gonna Zots are gonna be my currency for the game.
He catches it with a speed and a dexterity you didn't expect.
Oh, that threw me off.
He takes the
Alright.
coin and puts it in the cup that had the dirt, and it begins to swirl. And before you know it, it starts overspilling more coins. He's like, "Yeah, fair trade." He picks up the Zot and puts it in his mouth. You now have the knife added to your inventory.
Oh, nice. Let's all some pranks with it.
Everyone comes around and they start watching this cup overflow with these coins that are a little too big to use as tokens. What does the coin look like? Does it have anything on it? Symbols?
I think it probably just looks like a distorted coin, like a penny or a dime or probably a quarter, just because I'm used to going to like arcades and stuff like that. No, they weren't really popular in the 2000s. They were losing their popularity for sure. But yeah, kind of like just a warped version of a regular coin.
Okay. Yeah, everyone's coming over and they're watching this display and like, great. No one's looking at you guys right now.
Okay, cool.
I have an idea, but yeah, we need to go.
Next swing.
Yeah.
You guys book
So
it
we're
for the
gonna
other end of the
skedaddle.
platform? Yep.
Yep.
So you run down to the other end of the platform, no problem. Everyone's distracted by this wonderful distraction that you've made with the coins. And you get to the end of the platform and it ends and the tunnel begins.
Okay, hopping back down into the tunnel. All right, what the old man said totally gave me an idea. And I pull out that pencil from before.
Okay.
These items, if they're connected to this like grid thing, maybe they can point us the way.
Oh, I think I can understand what you're saying. Goes back to the teleportation circle because.
Well, that's on the other side of the platform, so we'll probably have to.
Oh, fine.
Yeah, that's in the tunnel behind you.
All right, I'll just make a new one. It's fine. Makes a new protection circle.
Okay.
But this,
I won't make you roll for
the
that. You
long
make
thing,
another
no?
protection circle. It's big enough to fit all three of you. And you're all standing inside the circle. Again, you feel a little more centered. And you feel that draw of energy going down the tunnel.
All right.
In that, I'm going to make the pencil, or I'm gonna kind of charm the pencil into almost like a compass, with its needle pointed toward where Carter is.
Okay. We'll say that's brain magic, unless you have a stronger magic that you would like to make a case for.
I would like to make a case for charm, only because I feel like I'm going to be reaching out with emotion and empathy, rather than thought.
Okay.
Trying to remember the feeling I had, the guardianship of Carter, that wanting to protect the little guy, kind of thing.
How long would you like the compass to work?
I will kind of put it over my head and it'll kind of float. Kind of like a compass. Yeah.
For an hour, for the rest of the day?
For an hour.
Okay. 6. Have you ever made a compass before? A magic compass?
Ooh, probably not.
Okay, so all right, so it's going to be a charm, difficulty of 9.
Okay.
Use your charm magic.
May I assist
Don't fail me now.
In the sense of like it being in the protection circle and things like that. Okay.
Yeah, I brought down the DC just a little bit, the difficulty level
Oh,
just a little bit,
Okay.
because you are in the circle. Oh, no problem. That is an 18. That is like a critical success. The pencil lifts up, goes above your head. You reach out with your empathy, and you reach out with that connection that you had with Carter when you were on the subway. And Asa, what does that look like?
I close my eyes. I reimagine the look on his face, the timidness, and the just like the protective instinct that I had over him, and wanting to find him and protect him. So I just imagine that scene and then send out that feeling.
You send out that feeling, and you remember when Wayne stepped in front of him, between him and Brett, and he had that sort of grateful look on his face.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of feel that. It's almost like you see it in your mind's eye, and the point of the pencil points straight down the tunnel.
Okay. Gonna focus on that. I'm gonna use the pencil as kind of like a lightning rod for that emotion kind of thing, and follow.
What you guys see is the pencil floating above her head and just kind of leading the way. Staying just a little bit in front of her, but not so far, but it's kind of above her forehead.
I'm in awe. That's like super, I like just clever. And he's just like, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
You follow the pencil?
Yeah.
What else would one do? You always follow the pencil.
Always
follow the pencil.
You follow the pencil. You get to the next platform. The next platform doesn't seem to have anything on it, but you are hearing some scratching sounds and some scraping sounds as you walk down the tracks past this next platform.
Whereabouts do we hear them at?
Above you on the platform, on the ground. It almost looks for a moment like one of the tracks moved. No. Did it move?
Roll sanity.
You
Wrong
can roll your brain. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna roll. Yeah, I'll definitely like that. It's curious for sure. So we'll
difficulty of 5.
Brains. Difficulty of 5. Gotta get better brains. Yeah, look at that.
Right on the money. You're a kid from New York. You know, there's definitely rats down here.
Yeah. Hey, rats.
And they're the same color as the tracks and the same color as the ground because, natural selection. That's how you survive. You know that they're a dark, irony, charcoal color. But you hear the scratching and the running and it's all around you.
Gross.
Quick squeakers. I have a strength called Wild Speak, and I can understand animals that I'm familiar with. Seeing that from New York, rats. So quick squeakers.
You call out in rat, and a rat comes out of nowhere, running up to you, right at your feet, looks up at you. It's big. It's like large chihuahua size big. Stands up on its haunches and looks right at you expectantly, like, yes. It has a flower tucked behind its ear.
Aww.
Is that intentional? Not quite sure. There's a flower there, though.
Nice. So, Elmsley and Wayne can just hear just squeakings, but with Betty, they're just like, hey, have you seen a flaming Carter anywhere?
A boy? You
Yeah,
hear? So Betty hears this, but you just hear this little rat with a flower behind its ear go squeaky squeaking.
Yeah.
A boy? A boy like you, boy?
Yeah, I shake my head, being like, no. And I described the boy being like, brown hair, um, average, average clothing, looks timid.
Boy like you, boy, human boy,
Human boy, yes.
human boy.
Human boy lost.
You guys see the rat kind of look off as if it's thinking for a second, and you hear the rat call out, squeak, 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 and you hear that go out, and then you hear squeak, 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 squeak come back in from the walls. It seems to come from inside the walls and underneath you. Yes, human boy.
Where?
Her whiskers twitch, and she looks behind her down the tunnel in the direction that you were headed.
Can you fart?
Huh?
As in, move. We wish to
Oh.
go down. Sorry.
Oh. As she gets back on all four legs and starts to walk along the tunnel, she's keeping pace with you guys. Are you still on the tracks?
Yeah. Yeah, well, I thought like with the rats and them, right? They sort of almost like covered everything.
You hear them, but you haven't seen them. As she's walking with you down the tracks, keeping pace with you, you guys notice that there are more rats walking in that direction. There are rats walking in this direction. It's almost like a miniature version of a New York City street.
Oh, like a little colony, guys. Oh.
You see some rats that have little vests on. That can't be. Some rats that seem to be carrying little packs. It's almost like watching, like the New York City street, people coming to and fro on their daily business. Down the track.
Squeak, squeak, talking to the rat being like, is this your city? Is this home for you?
Well, yes. Squeak, squeak, yes.
Oh.
What's going on?
Okay, and I go back to the actual human people and relay what I saw. So, look, guys. It's like a little mini mouse city. It's like Mouse New York. But yeah, Carter's still just down this tunnel. Oh, look.
Oh, well, that's unique.
Well, yeah, don't try and pay them no mind. Remember, you give them respect, and they will respect you in return.
I pet Toph, my ferret, and tell her not to get any ideas.
Oh wait. Oh.
I'm gonna roll grit for Toph real quick.
Like remembering that these two have like animal companions, being like, Lindsay, do any of your please do any of your
you go to pet Toph and you realize that Toph is drooling a little bit.
Oh no.
Oh no. I guess
and holding on, little claws
I
on your shoulder, holding on.
In my backpack, I do have a bag of treats for him, or for her. So I'm going to, maybe two, just to.
Oh no.
Sage the appetite.
Okay.
Yes.
Toph downs them quickly. You pull out the snacks, and you see a whole line of rats go.
No.
I cast a bubble around us, or at least me, or my bag of treats.
Okay.
A bubble?
A bubble.
Prevent from going anywhere, or
we'll try and help. Bring out the trail mix.
How much are you covering? Is it just you? Is it all three of you? Is it the snacks?
I really just need to have it cover mostly just my shoulder. I don't need it, just enough to keep the smell from going around. Not to exacerbate the situation.
Yeah. No.
Have you ever made a bubble before?
Yeah, I've done that just for odds and ends here and there, privacy, quiet, just to kind of be separate.
Bubble of silence.
That's going to be a magical flight roll of 7.
And I've done it before, but I've never done it well. I'm just going to say that because my flight's a 4.
It could explode.
It could, and a quarter chance for that for sure.
It has happened.
But I do have a phoenix feather core in my wand, so there's a little bit of a bonus there. Boop.
Oh gosh.
Wow.
You go to make the bubble.
What was
And
the DC on that?
7.
Oh, can I reroll with adversity? No, for adversity, you just adds.
It just adds.
Yeah.
The bubble appears just around Toth's head. And Toth is like, because now she can't get the snacks in her face. She's like, oh
no.
Oh no.
And the rats that were looking at you have started to get a little bit closer, and they're sniffing and sniffing and sniffing those sacks, and you start to feel something on your pant leg.
Oh,
You look down,
I'm
and there's a rat coming up.
little-
Again, they're like this.
No, wing. Oh no. Brings out the trail mix.
Uh-oh.
There we go. Quick,
Scatter.
escape them.
You fling the trail mix. These rats will roll grit to see if they go for the trail mix. It's enough. They're rats. You fling the trail mix and they go and head for the trail mix. The chocolate and the raisins, the first thing to go. Of course, everyone leaves the peanuts. For a moment, the rats that were following you and beginning to crawl up you are distracted.
All right, well, I'm gonna hastily get out of that area because I'm starting to feel a little claustrophobic, and the rats and it's too much going on, and I got to think about it. So, speed
Run.
walking.
Yeah.
Try not
You
to
run.
hit buildings or anything. I guess I don't know.
No, well, it's just the platforms right here. You pass this area of platforms. You get into the next tunnel. When you get into the next tunnel, the rat sounds, the scratching, the walking, the general feeling of movement seems to subside. And you're now in the next tunnel and you see a light. You know that another platform is ahead of you. The pencil is still pointed straight ahead.
Going straight.
You enter the next area of platforms. And this area, it doesn't give you a real good feeling, to be honest. It's covered. Everything is covered in graffiti. The ceiling, the walls, the interior walls of the tracks, even some of the track has graffiti writing on it. Some of it are pictures, some of it looks like words, but every last square inch of this area is covered, and it's really unsettling.
I'm gonna put my gauntlet back on.
Okay. It still exists for a little bit.
Is there any cohesiveness, any message in the graffiti that we can make out?
If you'd like to hop onto the platform, you can check it out.
Sure, why not?
There are little ladders, like maintenance ladders that lead up to the platform, so it's easy enough to find one and crawl up. There are some murals up here, some things that look pretty cool. There's actually some nice artwork, and then there's just some tagging kind of stuff going on. You hear someone coming down the stairs.
No.
Hello?
Is there anywhere to hide?
There's some benches, that one might sit on while waiting for the subway.
I'm gonna throw myself onto one and
The person coming down the stairs doesn't seem to see you. Betty and Wayne, what are you doing?
I can just get next to the platform itself and just kind of huddle, underneath not underneath the platform, but next to it. So that way I'm just kind of at the edge.
And Betty, what are you doing?
Basically just making myself look natural, say, oh, I've always been in here, just go on the bench or something and just basically be more honestly.
All right, so Betty's sitting on the bench looking real casual. This individual, again, doesn't seem to notice you guys. Comes in, takes a backpack off, puts it on the ground, undoes the zipper and dumps out the contents. And there are all these spray cans, paint markers, and just a whole bunch of junk and tchotchkes. And then a little figurine falls out, tunk, 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 right to the edge of the platform. Betty and Wayne, you get the best look at this little figurine. What is it of? It's of an animal. What is it?
Antelope. No.
Did you say antelope?
Animal. figurine.
Animal. It's some little animal. What is it?
Oh no, I thought I heard Betty say antelope.
Oh,
Yeah, cantaloupe. Yeah, just
Antelope.
Yeah, antelope works. Let's do antelope. It happened.
Yeah.
it's an antelope. It's a little antelope, and it looks like ceramic, and it fell and rolled kind of a long way, but lands straight up. Should have broken, but it didn't. From where you are, so you're hiding kind of under the bench, behind the bench.
If Betty's now sitting on it, I guess my I'm kind of like curled up on the rest of the seating area.
Okay. You see this figure take a can, shake it, pop the top off, and start spraying. There doesn't seem to be any color coming out of the can, but as it hits the wall, it starts making a design.
Oh, more of the grid magic. It's really
Anybody
pretty.
looking?
Oh.
Any? Oh, you see that? Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's a bit of a yeah, loud mouth.
If you're looking at the figure, roll a brain.
Okay. Rolling a
You want us
brain.
if any of us are looking at the figure?
yeah. Let's go.
Brain.
Difficulty of 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wayne can
Nice.
tell. Betty can tell.
Did mine not go through? I don't know.
And we'll see
Some rolls it does have a
if
bit of a
Aislinn can
delay.
tell. Sometimes there is. Yeah.
There it goes.
Oh no.
Aislinn, you're so
Yeah.
distracted by the fact that Betty is just sitting there like super cash, like nothing's happening. You're like, what? Why
What
is
are
this
you
working?
doing?
Wayne and Betty, you look at this figure and you know for sure, Betty, this is a specter. This isn't a physical corporeal human. This is a specter of some kind.
Oh, it's a ghost. Oh. I just like touch Ansley being like, oh, relax, don't worry. It's just a ghost.
It's
Oh,
a ghost. You of all people know that things like that can be dangerous.
yeah, but look, he's just tagging on the tagging on the walls. It's fine. But plus he doesn't even seem to notice us. Maybe this is like his own routine, I guess.
You take a look at what he's painting, and there doesn't seem to be any color coming out of the can, but it's hitting the wall, and he's making what appears to be a mural of what seems to be a male figure suspended in the air with like a blast of radiant light coming out of them.
Is there any detail to the figure? Can we
Not yet. It's just kind of a figure in space. And as you look at the graffiti a little bit closer, it seems to be moving. Weaving, very disorienting.
Oh. Look at all the other photos. Oh, look at the other graffiti. Do they all seem to do that, or is it just this one that he just painted?
When you take a good look, when you stop to look at everything, it starts to shift a little bit. Almost like you're looking at it underwater. Especially the murals, people seem to be moving.
Can I reach up onto the platform and grab the antelope statue?
You grab the antelope statue. The moment you do, the specter turns, looks right at you. It had its hoodie up. You see this giant mouth and a giant scream.
Wayne, what are you doing?
I put the statue back.
It's seen you. It's stomping towards you.
And I don't know. I feel like this is a fugue state moment.
Yeah, just
I
freeze
don't
being
wanna
like,
be here.
oh no. Okay.
Asa and Betty, Wayne freezes just for a moment, his hand above the antelope statue.
Just like, oh, I imagine it's just being like here, like within his hand. Eddie will attempt to soothe the spirit via magic by charming, being like, please, please don't hurt him.
Okay. Is this
It's just
a
gonna be
magical charm or just your personality charm?
Yeah, by personality. Being
Okay,
like,
roll your charm.
stop, please.
This will be a difficulty of 10. It's mad. Yeah, no, take an adversity token. It's mad. It's real mad.
Well, actually, I'm just gonna. Well, yeah, spend all of mine. All of mine, but yeah.
Okay.
I have
the specter stops in its tracks. And
only
you see the hood. There's just darkness into the hood. You can't see under it. And you see the hood look down at the antelope, look in the direction of Wayne, look at the antelope, and then look back at you, Betty. It wants to move.
You can have your antelope back. We don't mean to disturb you at all. Wayne, give him the antelope back.
Wayne, you come to, and you have your hand just hovering right above this antelope statue.
I'll walk away from it, kind of backwards, looking at the guy, the specter, and what do I know about specters and their totems?
Interesting question. Roll a brain check for me. You live in New York. It's a haunted city. Also, you're a magical kid. So I'll say 6.
So I should have paid more attention in class.
Hey!
Just kidding.
16.
Yeah, that was 2 explosions. Woo!
Nice. You're looking at this little totem, and you can tell that it's magic.
Mm-hmm.
It's not connected to the specter at all. It's an object that belongs to the specter. There are objects that specters are and ghosts are connected to, but you sense that he's not actually connected, magically or mystically to this item. Although this item itself is magical. He just wants it.
Okay. Well,
but he's not bound to it in any way.
That's cool. No connection there. That's it. He can have it. I got a cool knife. I don't need nothing else.
Nothing happens for a moment. Spectre seems to almost reset in a way and goes back, picks up the spray can, and continues to mark on the wall.
And then I run and grab the stick. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean,
Betty, can we communicate with it somehow?
Well, let's see. Takes out another method as far as tarot cards, I guess. And prints up the spread.
Okay.
And be like, sorry to disturb you once again, please. If you'd like to communicate with us, please do so at your own accord. I'd like to ask some questions if you don't mind. Things like that. Just normal base divination magic.
Okay.
Communing with ghost.
Yeah, he just is not interested. Doesn't respond at all. Is very focused on his work.
Flips up the tarot cards and yeah, I think he's just very into his own craft. You know what I mean?
If anybody would like to take another look at the graffiti, they may make a brain roll.
I certainly will.
I don't think I'm going to pay attention to this.
Ooh.
All these explosions.
Oh my gosh. As you look at these murals, you recognize them as significant events that have happened in the city. Things that they're almost like looking at predictions with a roll that high, I would say that, you're like, this is magical. I mean, clearly, because it was all moving, but you get the sense that if you looked at these long enough and tried to put it together, you could probably figure out the future.
Oh, I'll relay this. I think the graffiti are pieces of like future events. I think that they kind of form a puzzle. Maybe we can divine something.
Oh, okay. Okay,
Betty, what do you think?
Oh yeah. Well, I think I have something for this. Basically, has like a bag of marbles, and well, so it has pebbles and chalk. So basically, it has some circles around, like at least the graffiti near it, and then has a bag of pebbles, and he was just gonna try and throw the pebbles at one of the marbles and throws it. Basically, whenever like which thing it lands on, it wants us to be like, okay, their answer, like from like if it lands on like a wall or like a little piece of a painting that wants she basically wants that painting to be like, okay, this is their future, and the future that she wants to divine is like where Carter is, like is Carter okay, basically, or like will we find Carter.
Okay. You throw the marbles, they move almost as if they're drawn magnetically to the wall. And they hit the wall, and right above that is a painting of 4 figures, well, looking at a wall. And you just see the silhouettes of them, and the wall is blank. It's just sort of glowing, it's white. And then the marbles swirl and pull and slam super hard into the wall where the specter is working.
Which he was working on the figure haloed. So white blank wall, figure in halo. Can we like try to define that, or like kind of pull some information out of that?
You can roll your brain to try and figure out what you think that might be. That will be a 9.
Betty, I think you'd be best to decide that, and then I will use an adversity token to kind of like
thank you
talk about it. So that's a +2.
All right. Nope.
No, not meaning anything to you. In fact, as you're staring at it, it starts to make you woozy. It seems to be moving, and 3 of the figures almost look like they're going to turn around and look at you. You don't feel good about this at all. At all.
Running.
Yeah, running away. Basically,
take an adversity token. Everyone begins to run. Wayne, do you run?
Yeah, if they start running, I'm totally with it. I think I'll hesitate just enough to make sure that they are going, and then I'm right behind them.
All right. You run past the graffiti-filled tunnel. You platform. You enter another tunnel. As you go into this next tunnel, the light is really bright, coming from all the way down. Aislinn, the pencil above your head is actually starting to quiver and shake, and it's moving faster and faster. And as you come around the bend, you see Carter laying unconscious on the ground. A human-like figure of pure light hovers over him, one hand on his forehead, one on his heart. The light in the tunnel seems to be flowing into the figure, which is then pulsing that light through its limbs and into Carter. And this is where we'll take our break.
Awesome.
Yeah.
You have reached the inside of this tunnel, and you see the woman floating above Carter, his body being filled with energy that's being pulled into her through him. What do you do?
Reckless abandon.
What does reckless abandon look like?
I rush him. I rush, glowing fist. You just, not Carter. He's like my best friend.
And I am going to be throwing a kind of like a cutoff of the energy between the two.
Okay.
And
so like kind of like a filter or a shield between them.
And Betty, what's your first reaction?
Halt. Just cast magic to just be like halt. Just freeze the two of them.
Okay, Wayne will go first. Wayne, you come rushing towards her, this magical gauntlet on your fist. Without even looking at you, the glowing figure turns one hand towards you, which is now one hand that's away from Carter, one hand towards you, and you feel a blast of energy into your chest, and you're pushed back. Aislinn, you go to make a magical barrier. What kind of magic would you like to use for that spell?
Oh, that is a good question. I am gonna try and it's gonna be I guess a grit, to cut the magic that is being channeled.
And how long would you like that to last for? Is it instantaneous? Do you want it to hold?
Yeah, I think I'd like to hold it until we at least know more. So a minute.
And have you ever cast a magical shield before?
Not like this, no.
All right, so this will be a difficulty of 10.
Ooh.
Okay.
On a grit roll.
Luckily, my wand helps me with this, so.
Oh, yeah.
Excellent.
We believe in you.
Woo! Yes.
Yay.
A magical shield appears. Where would you like that magical shield to appear?
It's gonna kind of cut the energy cord between the figure and Carter, and just kind of shield him from her, I guess.
She's floating above him, and she has been through her limbs pushing energy into him. A shield comes between her and Carter. She hears Betty yell, "Stop." She turns and faces Betty. Betty, what do you do?
I'm yeah. Feel like a spell of just to hold her. In other words, wait. Do I see Carter now? Is he hurt anyways after getting his energy in?
He appears to be unconscious. He's just laying on the ground on the tracks.
I'm like, help. What are you doing?
And what kind of magic would you like to use to hold her?
Hold her. I'd say. And this is I want to use grit in a sense of trying to restrain her, using my energy to be no, contain, basically trying to hold a jar in, basically holding a pressure cooker, yeah.
And how long would you like that to last?
As long as the shield is up, or yeah, as long as the shield is up for a minute.
And have you ever cast a magical freeze stop spell before?
Freeze and stop. No.
Okay, so that's going to be a 10.
Okay.
A magical grit roll of 10 for Betty. You get an 11.
Okay.
She stops and she's looking right at you. The energy is flowing into her now, but it has nowhere to go. So it's building up and building up and building up, and she's glowing brighter and brighter.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Okay, so brighter. Oh, quick, get Carter.
Wayne.
I will like at the
I'm like
here,
holding this up.
I like bring myself to and I hop back up on my feet, and I guess I'll just rush for Carter.
Roll a flight.
Difficulty
Difficulty of 7.
You got this.
We can do it. We can do it. While I'm running there, I kind of want to try to talk to him mentally too, to see if I can like tap into that. I'm also
Okay.
going to spend 2 adversity tokens to utilize my lucky strength to re-roll that
Okay.
check.
Okay. Yeah. Do it. The first roll was a 5, so that wouldn't have done it. Let's see if you get lucky on the second roll.
So, boop, bop, doop, bow, bam.
Oh.
So it was the same.
Yeah, that's the same. I needed a 7.
Yeah.
You needed a 7.
I guess I could have just spent. I'm going to spend 2 adversity tokens just to make it a 7.
Okay. You reach Carter. He is unconscious on the ground. You go to reach out to Carter with your mind. And again, you don't hear it as much as you feel it. And it's not too hard because you're right next to him. I'm lost. But physically, he's completely unconscious.
Oof. Oof. Oof.
Aslan, you see Wayne run over and kneel towards Carter. He seems to be touching him and trying to wake him, but nothing seems to be happening. The figure above him is glowing brighter and brighter and brighter.
What are you doing? What were you doing to him?
The figure
Can
doesn't
we
answer.
identify this thing?
It appears to be feminine. It as it's absorbing more energy and it's pulling energy from around it, the features are getting harder and harder and harder to read. Appears to be in some sort of flowing garment.
Grab him and let's go.
Wayne, you hear Aslan yell, "Grab it, let's go. Grab him, let's go."
I scoop Carter up and go somewhere.
You scoop him
Just
up.
down the
He
tunnel.
is dead weight.
I yell out, I don't think he's actually here.
What do you mean?
I couldn't just lift him up and like, look, see?
No, like dead weight by like he's unconscious. He can't help you in any way. He's super heavy to pick up.
Yeah.
He's really difficult.
Yeah. Well, I'll bring him towards the rest of the party just to have us all together.
Okay. Make a brawn check. He's heavy. He's heavy and he's out.
This is where it's at.
He's also the same age as you and average height and weight.
Right. Yeah. It's like I could just like pick him up and just like, hey, look, see?
Yeah. So we'll say a 9.
Ugh.
You go to pick him up, and not only is he, heavy, but you go to pick him up, and it's almost like he's magnetically attracted and charged to the ground. You can't scoop him up. You can barely get your fingers under him even.
Well, then I'll pick myself between Carter and the figure just to kind of be in the way.
Betty, you see Wayne try and pick up Carter. He can't do it. He stands bravely between the entity and Carter. What do you do?
Wait, it didn't. Wait. Wayne said it wasn't hit Wayne. Wayne said that Carter wasn't in there, right? Is it sort of like an out-of-body experience? Since the figure is not talking, kind of want to try and identify what this figure is and its relations to Carter.
Roll your brain. It's going to be a high difficulty. 12. Take an adversity token. You're not sure what this entity is. It's magical. That's for sure.
And I don't know what it's doing to Carter, correct? So just keeping it up, being like, being like, what do you want with Carter? Tell us. Just like pestering them for answers. Please, we don't want him hurt.
The figure still doesn't answer. As soon as you see that Betty's trying to communicate with this figure, it seems to be very fixed on Carter. Roll your brain.
Okay.
Yeah, so you've already used your empathy to reach out to Carter. So you kind of have this, protective feeling already connected with him.
Mhm.
You don't think that this thing is intentionally trying to harm him.
But it seems to need an outlet for its energy, or he's a medium for that energy.
It's glowing brighter and brighter. It's starting to get blinding. You almost can't look at it. You feel your shield spell start to break down.
Oh no.
Oh, no. I'm going to just quick thinking here, trying to be the medium instead. I'm gonna grab the pencil, again, lightning rod it, and kind of like channel it through and out. Like channeling whatever energy, try to like connect to it, and then out like my finger or something somewhere down the tunnel. Or yeah.
To get close enough to the figure to do that, roll your grit. It is blinding at this point. Oh my gosh, 22.
Nice.
No problem. Wayne, Betty, what you see is Aslan taking this pencil in her hand like it is some glorious mythical sword and walk up to this glowing figure whose blinding light is filling the entire tunnel. The tip of your pencil touches her little toe. The power goes into the pencil, through you, out your hand, and arcs underneath your shield into Carter.
Oh,
Asen, roll your grit.
okay.
And I assume I probably really can't see very well though, because I'm close by and it's very bright too.
That it was what you needed. You managed to channel it through you. It doesn't do any harm to you. Again, you can feel that this entity isn't necessarily directly meaning Carter any harm. You're not sure it's doing him any good, but you're not sure it's evil necessarily. I'm going to have you roll a d12.
Okay.
Okay. From now on, anytime you make a charm roll, add another magical charm roll, add another +1. You have absorbed some of this energy.
Oh, okay. At that, I think that I will end up losing contact because like just kind of jerk away from, because it's not doing any good for one, but yeah, I'm just like, oh, that was weird.
You pull the pencil away. You feel yourself being a little extra charming. The shield has disappeared. The figure before you says, "It has worked." Spreads her arms out. The light spreads out and she disappears. Carter is laying unconscious on the tracks.
Carter. What, Ansley, are you okay?
You reach out for Carter. You ask him if he's okay. Suddenly, you feel the same sense of movement you felt before when you disappeared from the NIS, but less dizzying this time. You find yourself back on the NIS in the dark. Some of their teachers pull out the wands and illuminate the train to reveal the students in clumsy piles. Faculty, it's me, Returning students, make sure everyone is okay. New students, remain calm. Dean Haspert says calmly and concisely.
Well, Carter.
Does it seem like it's like exactly like it was before,
Yeah.
or like it's being repeated again, the words that they said?
Mm-hmm. It's word for word what you remember before you got sucked out of the nest.
Is Carter around? Do we see Carter?
Carter's standing right there.
Thank gosh. So
What's that?
What was what? Says Carter.
well, you don't know. Well, there was a
You
woman
see
with
Wayne petting his ferret, trying to
Yeah.
process everything that just happened.
Okay. There was a woman with bright light energy, and you were in a tunnel, and I was like, the woman's energy was going into you, Carter.
Dean Haspert walks by you and says, yes, you were in a tunnel, and continues to walk by you. Her name badge tinkles as she walks. She's got keys dangling from it. She's checking around, making sure everyone is okay.
Check my pockets for tokens and that knife.
Yeah.
You have a knife in your pocket. Each one of you has one subway token.
So
The three bullies whose names I wrote down and then put down somewhere because I knew I'd need them later and didn't know what I did with
Samson,
them.
and Paul.
They are in a pile on the ground as if they got thrown to the ground when the train stopped. Yeah. And they're kind of looking up at you guys, kind of mean.
I hold out my hand to Brett to help him up.
Pushes your hand away.
That's
What the hell? What did you guys do?
It's
Us?
just
We did nothing.
train malfunctions. Happens all the time.
Whatever. And he looks at Carter again and he's like, hey, I think you're on our subway. I think you're on our train. You guys get off our train. This is our car. He's starting with the same shenanigans.
I think that you might want to take your own car in the back.
Ha, fat chance, he says as he starts to pull out his wand.
Oh, gauntlet time.
You do have a gauntlet.
All right. I think I'm okay. I've been frustrated and all this stuff is confusing. So I'm just gonna punch him in the face with it.
Oh my
Something
gosh.
like it.
That's one way to end frustrations.
Okay, cool. So we're gonna fight. You know what? I don't think Brett's expecting this, honestly. He's not gonna expect that coming. So he's not gonna try and fight it. So yeah, go ahead, roll your fight to punch him in the face and we'll see how badly you hurt him.
30.
What?
Oh my gosh.
I didn't mean to kill him.
No, you didn't kill him. You just punched him right in his face, right, and his jaw just dislocates. Just
Wayne, you pull your hand back with the metal gauntlet around your fingers. You push in to make contact with him, and what does it look like?
It's flawless. It's
Fatality.
beautiful, elegant.
Elegant, yes.
It
Yes.
is. I just a good cold clock right to the jaw. It's precision. I just want to knock him down and just make him think. Like rethink his life.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to after that.
As the cold metal hits his jaw and he begins to rethink you specifically because he wasn't expecting it, rethink his life choices. His last thing he thinks as his lights go completely out. Not only do you hit him, but it hits him so hard, he knocks into Stanford and Paul, and they both like tumble to the ground. He falls on top of them.
Yeah.
You do this, and Dean Hasbert spins around. What is this? And sees the gauntlet on your hand and comes striding for you and grabs you by the wrist.
Wow.
How did you get on the train with this?
With I found it.
You found it, you did.
I'm gonna step in on his behalf. I don't believe that gloves are a illegal item, Dean.
Gloves are not illegal items, but weapons are. And she begins to slide the gauntlet off your hand.
Well, and I'm actually.
It's clear she's confiscating it.
Well, she can. I mean, it's just a magic. It's so yeah. She like, all right, cool, whatever. But I'm going to use the 2 AT for the innocence though to kind of push that like that's we're just kids, just being kids, no big deal.
Yeah.
Yep.
If
She
you wanna
slides it off your hand, and you know, strangely enough, when she takes it off your hand, it doesn't dissipate. And it doesn't seem like a magical item anymore. It seems like it's actually a solid metal gauntlet.
What?
We'll
But
see
accidentally
about
cast
this, she
permanency? That's
says.
pretty cool.
We'll see about this, she says, and puts it in her robe somewhere. You don't think she has enough room to hide stuff like that, but it disappears. She looks down at Brett, sighs, decides not to help him, and continues to speak. They all know. And continues to speak to the conductor who has entered. And the conductor's like, they seem to be having a conversation. Carter has taken a seat on the subway.
I give Carter a Zot.
Oh, thanks. Pops it in his
Awesome.
mouth.
Best thing ever.
That's not bad. It's like a candy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Betty will go like put her arm around him, being like, "You good? Are you feeling okay?"
Yeah, I'm good. Why wouldn't I be? This subway's cool. This car is cool.
Well, that seems weird because he was very, very nervous beforehand.
Yeah, like, I'm glad that you're finally, loosening up a bit, but like, how do you manage to get over your nervousness?
Nervousness? I mean, I guess everybody's nervous the first day of school.
I tried to mentally reach out to Carter again.
For magical brain roll, what are you trying to sense? Or it could be charm, I guess, if you want to make a case for that.
If he's still lost,
I was gonna like read his aura,
okay,
like to see if there's anything weird about it. I guess through some charm magic.
Cool. Okay. So Wayne, try some brain, and yeah, for a 6, he's definitely not the way he was when he got on. He was very in himself and confused and looking around like he didn't recognize anything, or maybe he couldn't see it.
Nice.
Oh geez. Okay, hold on. We'll get to that 23. But he seems a lot more confident, than he did before. Aislinn, you look at Carter and you're kind of boring into him, taking that same pathway that you did earlier through empathy and through care. You get to the very core of him, and it's not magical, or maybe unawakened. It's not there. But as you sit there with it, you feel magic come in And as you pull back and look at his aura, you see a fully magical being. Not only is he magical, he's pulsating with this white light. He's probably the strongest magical 14-year-old you've ever seen.
I'm gonna like, Betty.
Okay. Just moves aside, just goes off the shoulder. Like, yeah, Lindsley?
I'm gonna like pull out my notebook and pencil.
You have a
and
pencil that doesn't seem to wear down as you use it.
and I'm be writing. What am I gonna write? His magical aura is increased tenfold. Like he is really powerful, and there might have been some sort of weird transference. Maybe he's possessed.
Can I tell if he's possessed just via my own knowledge of how ghosts operate?
Sure. Using what stat would you normally tell if someone is possessed? How do you normally assess that in a person? Because I'm assuming, because you're a ghost hunter, you've done that before.
Well, yeah, basically, mainly what I go for is like body language. So if their body language is more stiffened and like just inhuman in a way, then yeah, clear
Okay.
sign that they're possessed.
You're observing him, so make a brain roll. This is your specialty, so it's not going to be very hard for you. We'll say a 5.
Okay. 2. Spending aggression.
You'll
3.
spend it. Yep. He doesn't seem to be possessed. He seems more Carter-y than before. He's not just Carter, he's just more Carter-ish.
Okay. Not possessed. Well, good thing to note. He's not possessed. He's just use that energy just sort of like bring out more of him. You know what I mean?
Carter's sitting there on the seat, swinging his chairs, eating the hard candy. Oh, he's gotten to the middle bit. Well, that's good. Well, that's tasty.
Pull out my Dungeon Masters, my monster manual that I keep with me from my RPGs that I play, because I use it for references a lot of time.
Nice.
And I like, hey, you ever play any RPGs? Check this out. You know, buddy up with them a little bit.
Oh yeah, that's cool. Oh, this artwork's rad. And yeah, he's totally into what you're showing him. You hear Dean Hasbert finish her conversation with the train conductor, and you see the train conductor leave and go back up towards the cabin. All right, everyone, we're going to be on in just a moment. No worries. It happens sometimes, just a little glitch in the system, and we'll be on our way. And she moves down like she's going to go to the next car to make, you assume, the same announcement.
So do we just leave it alone? Like, I mean, he doesn't seem dangerous, just more powerful.
Yeah, but I wonder if that's all that the entity did for him.
Well, we can't really know, can we?
Oh yeah, you're right. Really trying to bug me.
Wayne,
yeah.
Is there anything in your book there that might explain what we saw earlier?
I think I have a thought on that. I don't think there's anything in the book for that. There's a lot more standard types of entities that it references that can be useful. I feel like we were in his head.
In his head?
Yeah.
Oh, that is an interesting thought.
Are you sitting right next to Carter as you're having this conversation?
Yeah. No.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're just okay.
Carter turns to you and is like, whose head? Were you guys hanging out before the train came?
Yes.
Yes and
yes.
no.
Yes and no.
Carter,
I mean,
do you
yeah,
read
we were
comic
hanging
books?
out, but it was just before the train came. You know what I mean? Like we just
Yeah, this is my first year. I mean, you guys are all friends. You guys all know each other. This is my first year at Delacorte.
Carter,
you don't
we
like
should be
it.
friends. You should hang out with us.
Yeah,
I mean, you
totally.
guys are definitely better than those jerks. You notice that Brett, Stanford, and Paul have managed to pull themselves up. Actually, Stanford and Paul are more dragging Brett out of the subway car than he's sort of on his own locomotion. Both
That's
of them are giving
yeah.
you the stink eye, but they're on their way out for sure. He's like, you guys seem a lot cooler than those guys. Those guys are jerks.
Yeah.
Total jerks. But yeah, you can hang out with us.
Cool.
We like to go all kinds of cool places, like the inside of people's heads.
Oh, that sounds scary. You could do that?
Kind of,
Yeah.
That's weird.
I guess.
No, most of our adventures are just in abandoned places, like I don't know, subways or
Oh,
buildings.
that would scare me. I wouldn't like that. You know, being going through an abandoned subway tunnel, I wouldn't like that. That'd be scary. You're brave.
Mhm.
Yeah. What do you feel about rats?
Rats, I mean, they're okay, I guess. Like trained ones that go back and forth and you teach how to play basketball. Those are cool, I guess.
Mm.
Have you ever trained a rat?
This is
No, but they have it at my old school. And he says old school and he kind of glazes over for a second. Yeah, I think they had them at my old school. Maybe they were a classroom pet. I don't have any pets of my own. Hey, that's a cool pet. And he points to your ferret. Is that a pet?
yeah, this is Tough. She's super smart, super friendly. Here, you can and I hand Tough over, which she does ferret things, so it's hard.
Yeah.
Things.
Yeah, that's cool. And he hands her back.
Yeah.
Thoughts on
And
graffiti?
this is Murphy.
Oh, yeah, you had a lizard on your head the whole time. I didn't see it.
Yeah.
That's cool. He's looking at me with one eye.
Yeah, he's cool. That's the lizard. Yeah. If you were to go into abandoned buildings, saw a lot of graffiti. So yeah. A lot of
Graffiti?
artwork.
I mean, I see that all over the city, right? I mean, you're all from New York, right? I'm from New York. You guys all from New York?
Oh yeah.
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 There's graffiti all over the city.
Yeah. Seeing them less and less nowadays.
That's what my mom says.
Well, you know what? Here, I'm gonna give you something. And I grabbed one of those tokens that we got to get into the thing. I said, here, take this. Hold on to that. It's a lucky coin if you ever, feel like you're in a tough spot or something like that. Just rub it for good luck.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks.
We found
that's
it in a
cool.
weird place.
Found it where?
In a weird place.
Oh.
They were useful.
It was in. Yeah.
Okay.
It was an old abandoned platform.
Oh, okay. That's cool. He kind of looks at it, puts it in his pocket. The train has started moving. The subway car is now on its way. No one seems to have noticed this weird passage of time. Not the teachers, not any of the students, and definitely not Carter.
Well, I guess it's just one for the journal, I suppose.
Yeah.
Doesn't take too long before you guys pull into the station that is right next to the school. You pull in, students start to disembark. There's an area where they're unloading luggage. What do you guys do?
I'm going to be keeping an eye on Carter, but I don't want to be all like overbearing. So just, gonna get my things. Oh, Betty, are we rooming again, or do we have a different dorm this year?
Mm, yeah, well, it is really such a good check. Though, it's best if we claim first, you know what I mean? That's the only way to guarantee it, I guess.
Hmm.
Otherwise, the teachers are gonna mess everything up.
You see Dean
Hmm.
Hasbert, she has a list and she is holding her wand up and she says, underclassmen over here, underclassmen. She
Yeah.
reads off her list and does confirm that Aslan and Betty have the same assignment. They're going to be rooming together.
I know.
Wayne, she goes to look up your room assignment. Carter's standing right next to you.
Oh,
And
okay.
you see Dean Hasbert go to look at the list, and then she kind of blinks for a second as if she heard an odd noise or something, and she looks back down and she says, Mr. Wayne, you and Mr. Carter will be sharing a dorm this year. That's exciting. You've already made friends.
I'm gonna get a smirk, and I'm gonna look at Carter, and I'll be like, did you just do something?
Do what?
I
You mean get off the train?
No, just my imagination. Never mind. It's cool. It's cool, man. It's cool.
This shiver just like goes through me that I'm like, oh no.
Yeah.
Now I'm afraid of him.
You guys start walking towards the dorm of the school. What does this dorm look like? What does the school look like? What kind of architecture is it?
I'm going to say that it is very eccentric in its architecture. You know, it's kind of like they hired a abstract artist to design it.
Sort of New York.
Modern,
modern art, quote unquote.
Yeah. So the building is metal and glass, and it has funky angles, and some of the glass has color, and when the light goes through it, it colors courtyards, and it's cool. It's a little much, but you're wizards. Everything is a little bit much. You head over to the dorms, and Islan, you run into a friend of yours. What is her name? Sarah. You run into Sarah, and Sarah's like, "Oh, are you ready to go over to the wall after the Wall of Tranquility after orientation? I'm so excited."
Oh yeah, absolutely. Maybe it'll help me figure some stuff out that's happened very recently.
Oh my, what happened? Oh my God, what happened?
Just somebody who I thought was one way ended up being a different way, and I want to know why.
Okay. She looks over at Carter, and she's like, "Hi." Hi. She looks at you like, "Who's this?" Hi.
Oh, yeah, this is Carter. Carter, this is Sarah. Yeah, Carter's new.
Yeah, he is. I mean, hi. And Sarah's getting all giggly. It's all kinds of giggly.
Does not make me feel any better. Thanks.
Yeah. All signs point to sus.
Does Carter pick up on that at all? Does he react, or is he just a bubbly
He's
kid?
kind of like, he's a 14-year-old boy.
Yeah.
That's it.
Of the dense variety. This is what we like to see.
Yeah. It goes right over his head. You hear announcements, and they seem to sort of come from everywhere. And it has Dean Hasbert's voice. Orientation in 45 minutes.
Oh, yeah, we have 45 minutes to kill. Hey, Carter, tell me about yourself. Who is that lady that saw you off on the train?
My mom.
Yeah, she seemed pretty nice, pretty supportive. It seemed like things were going to be, it looked like you were a little nervous, and she seemed pretty supportive of that.
You say supportive, and he kind of, for a moment, and comes back. I mean, she's my mom. Yeah.
Moms, am I right?
Everyone is pushing towards the dorms. Luggage is magically floating beside you. Your luggage magically appears and is floating alongside you and leading you towards the dorm.
I'm in those like little weird Carter moments, and I'm gonna call them Carter moments now. Like, is there any like look that passes over his face, like any emotion that I can read, body language that shifts?
Roll your brain. You're looking for it, so it's not going to be hard.
Oh, did I think I accidentally closed it? There we go. Brains.
You're looking for it. We'll say 5. Oh yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
A 14 will do it. When he has those moments when he goes away, it's almost like he's the Carter that you first met on the subway, just for a second.
Oh.
Yeah.
Carter, could you tell us more about your relationship with your mom? Like, I know it's a pretty personal topic. And as I'm trying to like bring that up, cast detect thoughts.
Oh wow. Okay. Magical brain roll. Have you ever done this before?
On humans, no. On specters, yes.
11. We'll say that's a roll of 11. Magical roll of 11.
All right.
You're trying to detect his thoughts.
11.
That's are you going to spend the adversity tokens?
I can't. So
okay. You can skim the very top of his thoughts. He thinks it's weird that you guys just got here and you want to talk about your parents. It's a little weird. He's like, I come from a magical family. You guys?
No.
No.
He looks at Betty.
Completely new to this game.
Well, yeah, I have at least one aunt that's magical, so I mean,
okay. Yeah. It's cool. Yeah, my parents are both magical. Long line of magical people.
What would you say your mom's name was?
My mom's name? What is his mom's name?
Anais.
Love it.
And does Carter have a my mom's name, I mean, our family name is Clark. Her name is Anais. My dad is Fred.
Does that do these names like historic magic history or anything like that? Like, does that ring a bell?
Brain check.
No.
It's where's that?
We don't want to think.
I want to punch the knowledge into my head. Can I just?
And you said you're from a non-magical family. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's make it a little higher.
What I really meant was
7. No, that's not you. Oh no.
Oh no.
You're like.
You know what? I'm stacking 2 points to reroll because I'm lucky.
Okay, yeah. Do it. That's what lucky is for.
Rerolls.
Yeah, not much better though. It's not a critical fail, so your head doesn't explode.
Oh, well, that's good.
It doesn't mean anything to you, but he says Clark and a couple of other students hear it and they whisper to each other.
I'm gonna immediately hone in on that and try to pull one of them aside and convince them to what do you know about the name Clark?
Roll your charm. not only did you roll a 28, I mean, they're gossiping, so they want to tell. They're like, oh my gosh, this is the most powerful magical family in New York. Oh my God, how do you not know that?
Really?
Oh my gosh, they're so famous.
Really? Like, what are they famous for? Like,
Just being really powerful. They're like the longest line of magicians. They're, oh my gosh, they're so powerful. And they continue to walk.
Oh.
right. Well, thanks. I'm
So that's just
gonna
the
like
equivalent
whisper
of
this
having rich
to
friends.
Betty.
Oh.
Like, hey, Betty.
Yeah.
So the Clarks are like some super powerful family. Here's what I think. I think that glowing figure with all the energy and stuff, that might have been his mom, and was like, she was like channeling some energy or something into him, and like totally altered him. Yeah, you know, just keeping on the family line. You got to keep it strong, kind of thing.
Maybe it's sort of like passing the torch. You know what I mean?
Passing the light, quite literally.
Yeah. You got affected too. Are you all right? Like, did you manage to get that powerful? Anything cool?
My hair's smoothed out a little bit, which is nice.
Nice.
There is kind of a, Betty, as you look at Aislinn, yeah, she kind of has like this, you know, fresh, I took a morning walk kind of glow.
Oh, that's nice.
The luggage continues to move into the dorms. You guys find your dorm rooms. You know, they're nice, but they're kind of modern. It's a little clean, clean angles, no wood grain anywhere. It's a little, you know,
Yeah.
modern New York. And you know that orientation is about to start any second.
Okay.
Let's meet up.
Yeah.
Orientation.
Try to meet up with Wayne in the hallway on the way to orientation after we get our dorm room set up as best that we can in that time. Wayne,
What's
look,
up?
I want you to be careful, okay? I think Carter's mom might have done something to him to make him more powerful, and it looks like he's very gifted now, and I don't want him like messing with your head or something.
Yeah, it's pretty weird, isn't it? This is intense.
Yeah.
As
just
you
be
guys
careful.
walk towards orientation, Sarah spots you and comes running up. And as you're having this conversation with Wayne and Betty, you see her strike up a conversation with Carter, and the two of them are walking in front of you into the Great Hall for orientation.
Kind of just want to eavesdrop.
Did I get relayed all the information about like the Carter family and all that stuff?
That was kind of what I was.
Yeah, all of it.
Okay,
So yeah,
cool.
we're all on the same page. So yeah,
Okay,
just
great.
trying to eavesdrop.
Betty, you're eavesdropping.
But stealthily in a way, and like, yeah, we're just amongst the crowd.
Right.
We're trying to roll flight to be like, okay, within range, but not like.
Okay, I'll let you make a case for either brain or flight.
Yeah, I'm trying to make a case for flight. So yeah.
Okay. You're trying to do it stealthy. They're not trying to hide their conversation, so 6.
Mm-hmm. Five. We'll spend an adversity token.
So Sarah actually is just flirting with Carter in the most awkward 14-year-old kind of way. She's, you know, flipping her hair and asking him what classes he has, and oh, you're from New York too? Yeah, I live in the Village. Where do you live? You know, and it's just really all going over Carter's head, just boom, boom. And he just thinks that, you know, Sarah's cool. She's nice. She's nice too.
Turn back to the group.
You go to orientation and you sit down, and Dean Hasbert comes in front of everyone, and she uses her wand as a microphone and starts giving all the rules and all the really dry stuff that you do during orientation. And everyone make a grit roll.
To see if we
Stay
stay
awake.
awake. Sure, why
It's
not?
super dry, and you guys have had a very long morning.
Alright.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
like
Aislinn
paying
does
attention.
fine.
Yeah. I'm still
Uh,
watching Carter like,
Wayne
Kid
does
creeps me out now.
okay. He's keeping his eyes open. Yeah, Betty, you're tired though, maybe hungry. It's hard to follow what she's saying. You've heard this speech like a dozen times before. Yeah, don't go out after dark, blah, blah, blah. If you live in the city, go pick up your passes for the train, blah, blah, blah. It just goes on and on.
Wish I had my trail
Um,
mix now.
Eventually, she says, and we shall break for lunch. Please report to your homerooms for your first class assignment after lunch. Students start to get
Alright.
up. You see Sarah, and Sarah tugs at you. She's like, are you ready? And a couple of other kids are headed towards the direction of the wall, the
Oh,
wall of
yeah,
tranquility.
yeah. Yeah, let's go. Let's stare at a wall.
Who has used the wall of tranquility before? So it's a wall that you look at and you can kind of ask a question, and it shows you or reveals a solution to a problem.
Well, since it's like a farm donation, Betty would have also used it a lot. As far as like, yo, which places have I not seen before? Things like that.
Okay, so Betty's used it before. It'll kind of show you a solution to something it's not really divination, it kind of more reflection.
Yeah. So a problem that we've already solved, something we've already figured out that, and there's an easier way to get there, like kind of like a math problem. Like, we did all this long work, we could have done this.
AKA, I don't know. I know there's like websites that you just explain, like, hey, here's all the steps, things like that.
Yeah.
So Betty's used it before. Wayne's tried it before.
I've definitely used it a couple of times, but I also tend to get distractible, so I've only used it once or twice successfully.
Okay. So you guys know that it's kind of a beginning of the school year tradition to go over to the Wall of Tranquility and kind of look at it before the top of the school year. It's kind of one of those unofficial things that the kids do, and it gets passed down by word of mouth. So because you guys have attended the school before, like, there are first years who are watching you walk by and they don't know what's happening. You head towards the Wall of Tranquility, and Carter, not quite sure what to do with himself, follows you.
Carter, you may want to come over here to the wall with us. So what this wall does, if you've already got a problem that you've solved, you've already got an answer for, the wall can help you rethink that problem and get to a better solution.
Wow, that sounds cool. I mean, anybody can look at it?
It's pretty cool.
All you have to do is stare at it.
Oh, I want to try it. You guys go in there now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can come with you?
Absolutely.
Cool. And Sarah definitely tags along. She's kind of following along. You reach the Wall of Tranquility. Let's see. Wayne, what does the Wall of Tranquility look like?
Oh, it looks like like stone, but kind of more of a like shimmering. It shimmers a bunch of different colors, almost like it's wet, but it's not. It's just kind of cold to the touch. I would think like almost like if you were like in Ireland looking at the stone walls that they kind of have amongst the roads and stuff like that, but bigger and glistening.
Okay. As you approach the wall of tranquility, you see some other students who have walked up to it and are staring at it and like, ha ha, and walk off or go, oh, okay, and walk off. And everyone's kind of respectful of each other and is taking turns. Who walks up first?
I'm gonna hold back just a little bit because I want to watch Carter just a little
Yeah.
bit
Yes,
longer.
I was
Pretty
going
much
to
be
tell
like,
Carter to go.
well, go on, go. Just push Carter into it, being like, go on. Use
Well, I don't know how. I don't
just,
know how to do this.
just
Sarah
swear.
flips her
gonna-
hair and she says, watch. I'll show you.
Oh,
And she goes up to the wall and she stands in front of it and she stares at it and her eyes glaze over for a moment. Count of like 3 or 5, and then she steps back and she's like, see, that's all you have to do. Well, that was fun. And she walks off.
Never to be seen again.
She's kind of like makes room for you guys. And she motions to Aslan. She's like, come on.
Yeah.
Do it. Come on.
okay.
Come on, Carter.
Yeah.
My God.
Just push
All right.
Carter.
Yeah, I will. I guess I'll step up next to Carter, just like gulp a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm going to
You look into the
relax my
wall.
gaze. Yeah.
As you relax your gaze, the bits of shiny quartz start to move, almost like looking at one of those magic eye puzzles, and it all comes really clear. And you see yourself in the subway tunnel. And you see yourself pull the pencil out, touch it to the figure, and you see the energy go through your body, and you go to point it out through your hand. But the image shimmers in your mind for a moment, and you see yourself take your hand and touch Carter. The vision ends.
That's weird.
Okay. Sarah's
um,
standing there and she's motioning to Betty. Come on.
And Betty will try and do it.
Show him. It's so cool. Betty, you stand in front of the wall and the same thing. The bits of quartz glisten, begin to move and come together. And you see yourself standing and looking down at a rat with a little flower behind its ear. And you're speaking to the rat and you say to the rat, take us to the boy human. And the rat says, okay. And the vision ends.
Once again, very weird. Wayne, join us.
Join us. Well, hey, yeah, what? Yeah, I guess it's my turn. Here we go. Come on, Carter. This is fun. And then I'll do the wall.
Wayne steps in front of the wall. You see a vision of yourself reaching up to grab the antelope statue. Your fingers go around it. You see the specter turn and see you and let out its, demon howl. And then you see yourself running down the tunnel. Once you get to the end of the platform into the next tunnel, the specter can't go any further and you've gotten away clean with the antelope figurine. And that is the end of the vision.
Oh, man. Could have had it.
Okay. Okay, was it cool? He says to Wayne. Carter says to Wayne.
Yeah, it just gives you an opportunity to reflect, man. Give it a whirl.
Okay. He looks around. Okay. He walks up to the wall. His eyes glaze over. And he's standing there a little longer than most people do. Instead of 3 or 5 seconds going by, 5, 6, 7, starting to feel a little uncomfortable, 8. Suddenly he gasps and runs.
Oh,
Carter.
He leaves you standing there. As you yell Carter down the hallway, you smell smoke. And you smell smoke mixed with a little bit of the scent of clove. and you turn around and you see a young woman wearing a teacher's badge, but it has a black stripe on it. And she's blonde. She's wearing sort of, very grunge, NoHo kind of clothes. She's got her arms crossed and she's leaning up against the wall with one foot on the wall. She takes a drag from her clove cigarette. That's the first time I've ever seen that happen. And that's where we'll end this chapter of Lost on the Nis.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. Oh, that Carter kid creeps me out.
You guys
now.
saved Carter. You saved Carter.
We did.
Question mark?
Question.
So this adventure is actually part of the Free Content Fridays, and this is part of the Delacorte series for Kids on Brooms. This is just the first part. So keep looking for it for Free Content Fridays from Hunters Entertainment, and more modules will come out for this adventure. So this is just the first one. Welcome to the Academy of the Arcane, guys.
In other words, continue to watch the stream to find out what happens to our 3 characters.
Yeah, we're definitely going to have to come back.
Thanks, guys, for joining us, and we'll see you soon.
And
Yeah, thanks, everybody.
I enjoyed